Yeah, good morning. This is Bang Bang My Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Last night I had a few people around my house just for something to eat, and we was talking about my book and all this, that, and the other. And the Essex boys come up for some reason, and they was talking about Pat Tate. And have I ever met Pat Tate? Have I ever fought Pat Tate? I did. Well, I'm just telling them straight. I didn't even know who Pat Tate was. The only time I heard about Pat Tate was when they shot them in a Range Rover. Other than that, I've never heard nothing about him. The only time I ever heard something about him was when Yami was talking about Pat Tate not being a bully. He was just a nice guy, and maybe he was a nice guy in prison because he can come unstuck in prison. There's not anybody to back him up as such, you know what I mean? But anybody that can go into a wimpy bar or whatever bar he was in and bash up someone because they're over talking his conversation and nick all his money out of his till and bash a young kid up so the kid, smashed to pieces. Pat Tate got 10 years for that. Okay, fair play. Pat Tate got too much birth for that, I think, personally. But I don't know what he did to the kid. But he shouldn't have done it in the first place. Why bash that little kid? Why bash up a little kid? That's bully tactics. That is bully tactics. He knows nothing. I mean, what can the kid do? He bashed him up, nicked all his money out of the till, and smashed him over the head with bits of trays and glasses and all this, that, and the other. To prove what? To make yourself a hard man in front of his girlfriend. And it's a bully tactics. He's a bully, mate. And he was a bully. I mean, Yami, I love Yami's program. I love his program, but get things right, yeah? Get things right about Pat Tate. I mean, you know Pat, you met Pat Tate a little bit in prison, and you're saying he to spark off, he had to have someone behind him to spark him. We're all the same, mate. We're all the same. You have someone behind you to spark you, and if you fall for them tricks, you're all right, Wally. You know what I mean? I've been used and abused. Of course, I've been used and abused. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't never bully anybody. I won't bully anybody. All I was an enforcer. If someone don't pay the money, mate, I'll go and get it. That's not bullying because 9 times out of 10, these people that owe the money, when people phone them up to get their money back, they usually tell them, listen, you ain't getting it. Don't send people around my place because if you send people around my place, I've got people that sort them out. So I ain't a bully. I go around to confront the people that are going to come and sort me out. Yeah. So that's not bully tactics. You know what I mean? But I've never ever gone to collect money and things like that, and never ever got what I've gone to get. That was what I did. That was my game. Yeah. But anyway, I remember as a soldier before. I remember walking around exercise with Billy Blunder. Billy Blunder telling me about his Essex boys, and he never even mentioned any names. He just said, "Oh, the Essex boys, the Essex boys." That yeah. Oh, he might have mentioned a few names, yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, Pat Tate was a bully, and I feel that if he come to any prison I was in, me and him have had it off without a shadow of doubt. Without a shadow of doubt, we've had it off. And I fancy I'd have punched him all round the gap, mate. Because can't stand people like that, bullies. All right, if he's a nice guy, fair enough, yeah. But if he started bullying and find his way about, mate, I'll be on him. Like a rash or bait, I'll be on him, mate. I'll be on him like a rash. I swear my life I'll be on him like a rash. He wouldn't be able to get away from me, mate. I wouldn't allow that. You know, I'll rest in peace, Pat Tate, yeah. I'll rest in peace, all the Essex boys, yeah. But the only time we ever heard about his Essex boys was when they got shot in the Range Rover. Other than that, nothing. Nothing would have come out. Nothing would have come out. It only come out when they done the film. It only come out about what he done to that young kid in the restaurant, bashed him up over talking his conversation with his woman because he wanted to show off in front of her. Big old man, isn't he? But anyway, listen, I'm not running him down as such. I am a little bit, I suppose, but just like to put Yami straight. You know, maybe you met him in prison. Maybe to you he was a nice guy. Maybe to you he was giving you canteen and bits and pieces. But if he'd have come to any of the prisons I was in at that time, he wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes, mate. Mate, he might have been. I don't know. I've never met, as I say, I've never heard of him before. He wasn't in Albany. He wasn't in the Mount. He wasn't in any prison like that. I mean, I think where else was he? He wasn't in Blunderson. He wasn't in Coldley. He wasn't in no prisons that I was ever at. You know what I mean? He was in Albany, Chelmsford prison. None of them, mate. And they were proper prisons, mate. Proper people. They kept him away from us, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, please press the like button and subscribe. I'm sorry I've gone about Pat Tate, but the Essex boys, but it is what it is. Yeah, it is. Thanks very much. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Yeah, bye bye.